Hi there, these comments are for B. I'm just using your initials for privacy purposes. And I am Michael Buckoff, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the Toefl iBT. And let's take a look at your situation. So if I ever use a screenshot of anybody's messages, I will not include the name or the email like I'm doing right here. So there's no way anyone can identify this email back to you. All right? So let's take a look at your situation. So you are a senior in high school. You say, I pretty much need the Toefl score. I have had once, but not that good. My poorest section is listening. Can you help me for both 4 sections? My target is 100 indeed. Yours sincerely, and then I'm just using your initials B, and then I think I sent you an email and I said, what is your previous score, including the subtotals in the reading, listening, speaking, and writing? And I got it. I have everything I need now. So first of all, you have 16 points in the reading. You have 13 points in the listening section. You have 20 points in the speaking, and then 23 in the writing. So your strong point is writing and speaking, and you need to make a lot of improvements in the reading and the listening areas. Now, the one question you didn't ask me really is, well, how long does it take to go from 72 to 100? Maybe the second question is, what kinds of things can I be doing right now that will help me reach this goal? And then the third question really is, how do I use your online course to get 100? Right? So that's kind of how I want to respond to your messages, right? So first of all, if we look at the question, well, how long will it take to go from 72 to 100? A lot of students improve their score about 5 to 10 points for each month that they study. So my best guess for you is probably 4 to 8 months. It'll probably take you to reach this goal. That would be a pretty good guess. I can't give you, of course, exact time frame here, but I'm estimating between 4 to 8 months for you to reach that goal. Now, the next question is, well, what do you do right now? What are some types of activities that you can do to help you improve your overall academic English language abilities? Right? So first of all, I tell a lot of my students this, is I recommend that you read about 45 minutes every day. You can use newspapers, magazines, and longer books. As you're doing this reading practice, don't translate into your first language. Don't even stop when you see words you're not sure about. You're just trying to get used to reading and concentrating in English for longer periods of time. That's the first thing. So the next thing is to listen for about 45 minutes every day. Your listening skills also need improvement. And in this case, if you have English TV, you can focus on news, documentary, history, and then especially science programs. All of these kinds of English TV programs would be very helpful in helping you to improve your listening comprehension abilities of English. Now, if you do not have English TV, I'm going to give you 3 websites that you can start using right now. You can find these using Google. Randall Cyber Listening Lab, I recommend that you do this first and make sure you're taking some notes right now so you can remember what I'm saying. I recommend that you go through the easy, then medium, and then the difficult listening comprehension exercises at this site. Do them all, and once you've done that, then you can go to National Public Radio. This is also a great website. ETS recommends it. I recommend it. and you can start completing exercises there. And then if you want to see videos, you can use TED Talks. So these are 3 really good websites to help you with your listening comprehension abilities. Now in both cases, as you're doing your reading and your listening practice, get in the habit of note-taking. In the beginning, your notes will not be that good. They will not be that complete or even accurate. But as you do this over a period of several months, your note-taking will become more and more complete, more and more accurate. But start taking notes immediately. You want to be an active reader and an active listener. Note-taking during the reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections of the exam are very important, and you want to start doing this immediately. Now my next suggestion is pretty simple. You should also start writing. I recommend writing maybe 3 250-word summaries of the reading and the listening passages that you are practicing. So I know your writing skills are already good, but what if we can bring this to 29 points out of 30 or 30 out of 30? You see, your strong point is writing. We want to make this even stronger, and this is going to have a very big effect on your overall score. So keep doing writing practice. So I recommend that you use your notes and write 3 250-word summaries each week. Now you should also give 3 60-second oral summaries each week. Again, you're making use of the notes that you're taking on the reading and the listening passages. Remember here, do not copy word for word from the reading or listening passages. You need to try as best you can. I know it's going to be hard, but as best you can, you want to try to re-explain this information using your own vocabulary and your own grammar, and you want to do it from the point of view of the authors or the speakers in the reading and listening passages. Now, as you do your oral summaries, you should also record them. You can use your iPhone if you have one, if you have a smartphone, or you have a personal computer or an iPad, whatever, or a tablet. You want to make sure you are recording your voice as you speak about these reading and listening passages. Then you can critique. You can listen to what you're saying and pay attention to the pronunciation, the language use, and also the topic development. These are all important areas of your either writing or your speaking of American English or academic English. So now that you're doing reading, listening practice, and you're also writing and speaking about the information, I think you're going in the right direction. There's no doubt. So I'm going to say right now, about 60% of your time should be spent following these suggestions here. So I first of all answered one question, well, how long will it take? If you can do these activities here for approximately 4 to 8 months, you do them consistently every day, week after week, month after month, you will start building your academic English language proficiency, and you will get good results. You can start this immediately. You don't have to go to an intensive English program. You don't have to go to university. You can do these things today, right now. Now the next question is, well, how do you use my online TOEFL course to reach your goal, right, of 100? So in addition to the activities that I've already suggested, I'm now going to explain to you how you can use my online course. Now, about 40% of your time right now should be spent going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. Now, if you've gone to my website, you may or may not know I actually have specific study guides. For example, here, if you go to onlinetoeflcourse.com and you click on the iBT study guides, you can actually download a study guide and start working on my course pretty much immediately. But here's the thing, is you're not really, I have a 30, a 60, or a 90-day study guide, but probably your English language abilities are beyond, I think, even my 90-day study guide, which means you're going to need a little more time than even 3 months. So I'm not going to recommend a specific study guide for you, but I will explain to you how you can use the lessons in my online course to reach your goals. First of all, start going through the vocabulary, pronunciation, and the grammar lessons. Based on your score right now, these are really the most important ones for you. So what you can do, let's say today is, let's say the beginning of the week you start on Sunday. So Sunday you can start working in all 3 areas. You don't have to just do one area. You can do maybe vocabulary lesson 1, pronunciation lesson 1, then grammar lesson 1, right? Then if you have more time that day, you can do vocabulary lesson 2, pronunciation lesson 2, and grammar lesson 2. So your goal is to complete the first 3 sections of my course first. This will probably take you maybe close to 2 months. Now once you've done that, then I recommend the reading, the listening, and the reading lessons in my course. Again, you're probably looking at 1 to 2 months of practice. Now don't forget that 40% of your time is spent following my online TOEFL course, and then 60% of your time is spent doing these first things. So you have to schedule time each day to follow, to do all of these things. So let's say you have 4 hours, right? You know, each day you might take maybe 2.5 hours you might spend going through these ideas here, and then the other 1.5 hours you'll spend going through my lessons. Then you can complete the writing and the speaking lessons in my course. You're probably looking at another 2 months here. Now remember that what I'm giving you right now is a suggestion. I'm not forcing you to do this. I just want you to know that once you become one of my students in my online TOEFL course, you will have complete, unlimited access to all 700 of my vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking lessons. You will be able to do anything you want, anytime you want, anywhere you want, as long as you have a good, reliable internet connection. So my suggestions are simply suggestions of how you can use my course. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much how it works. So if we actually go to my course, let me show you how it works. So once you become one of my students, I will give you a username and a password where you can log on. And this is kind of what it's going to look like. So once you log on, you will see my entire course right here. Here it is. So I have my topic outline here. I have my first section, which is vocabulary. My second section is pronunciation. Notice I have a lot of lessons in each area. The whole purpose here is to give you practice on a daily basis over an extended period of time to build your academic English language abilities. Okay, so we go to grammar. These are the first 3 sections that I recommend that you do. For example, in the grammar, one of the first things you want to do is to do the diagnostic pretest. Same thing in the listening. Same thing in the pronunciation. Okay, then step 4 is actually the listening part of my course. So I have a lot of good lessons to help you understand how to improve your listening skills. I have practice tests for you that you can work on that are academic in nature. And then we have the reading. The reading is really important for you because your reading skills need a lot of improvement, And one of the things I want you to do is to work on improving your reading speed all the way to 350 words per minute with 60 to 80% comprehension. As you read faster, it really has a big impact on your comprehension, believe it or not. If you can read faster, you will remember more of what you read. Now then, in the sixth section of my course is writing, as you can see here. And I have over 40 practice tests in the writing section. I have 43 integrated writing practice tests, as you can see right there. Then the speaking, if you look at these, I have many independent and integrated lessons to help you improve your organization, to help you prepare for the TOEFL exam. I even have, in addition to my 20 topics for my integrated speaking, I have over 300 topics for the independent speaking tasks. So you have all of this practice right here. You see that? So that's why I'm saying that I think that you probably need several months, and I have plenty enough material for you to practice completing the speaking and writing and pronunciation practice test. All right, so those are my recommendations for you. I think you can do this. It's going to take some time, but here is the outline. Hopefully you've taken some pretty good notes here so you know kind of what you need to do. And basically I've given you information in 3 areas. I told you first of all how long it's going to take you to reach your goal. I also told you what kinds of activities you can be doing right now today to begin improving your academic English language abilities. And then I also showed you, based on your current TOEFL score, how you can use my online course to reach your goal. And that's it. So the other thing I wanted to show you right now is maybe after 2 or 3 months, if you want, you can actually go to the 8th section of my course. Let me show you here. If you go all the way down to the bottom, and you can go to where it says link to full-length TOEFL iBT tests and section-specific tests. If you want to take a practice test that's exactly like the format of the TOEFL exam, you can learn how to do this. This is a website that I use. They're called ScoreNexus. I contract out with them, and they offer me discounts for my students. So I recommend maybe in 2 or 3 months you can take a full-length 5-hour TOEFL practice test so you can mark your progress. All right? Anyway, thank you very much, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.